So I'm walking up my street and I noticed that the air seems really weird while the sun comes peeking around the corner. Like, why is it hazy like that? Maybe it's dust? I don't know. Started my walk pretty late, but here I go anyways. Alright, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Good morning. So I just ran to Fry's really quickly because I needed to get coffee creamer and eggs. Eggs, I found, were $1.22 on a clearance, and we eat eggs every day pretty much. I know Donnie for sure eats at least 2, maybe 3 eggs a day. And when you're on dialysis, eggs are such a powerful thing to eat. It's such a beautiful, healthy food in one little package. So all of it is good. I know sometimes people will say like, oh, your cholesterol could be high or whatever. And by the way, women's cholesterol will always be higher than I think what they think is normal, because we make babies. And even when you're done making babies, our bodies are still like, just in case you make a baby, we need that extra cholesterol. Now, I'm not saying stuff your veins up with crap, but when you're eating a healthy diet, don't be afraid if they say that to you, because so many people do jump on the idea that high cholesterol is terrible, and it is in some respect. But if you're eating a bunch of crap, it's because you're eating a bunch of crap. And so just be mindful. Is it worth eating that giant basket of fried food and French fries and then go to the doctor, complain about having high cholesterol, and be put on a bunch of medication? Or should you just naturally stop eating the crap so that you can not be on medication and live a healthier life? That is the question, I guess. So while I was walking around this morning, when I went on my little walkabout, I noticed that yesterday when I went on my walkabout, I posted a picture of a rosebud that I found nestled in a shrub. And what I thought was cool and funny was the fact that I have walked past the shrub for years, and I never realized that these rose bushes were in the shrub. Now, the shrub itself is on a property that homes the elderly. And so I guess in my mind, I thought, oh, isn't that cool? I bet you one of these elderly folks may have snuck a rose bush in the shrub. I don't know. I mean, I was just trying to think of fun little happy thoughts about the fact that nobody really knows this rose bush is there. And it was trying to produce some beautiful little roses. So I took a picture of it and posted on Facebook. And when I went on my walkabout today, I thought, oh, I wonder if the rosebud has opened. I could not find it. And I was like, no, I am not crazy. I know this was where I took the picture. I only walk past it every day, pretty much every single day. And then I realized the groundskeeper has murdered the rose bush and beheaded the shrub. And that's why it was not recognizable to me. I don't know why. Here's a picture, though. Here's the... So I don't know why it's annoying to me or like affecting me, because typically things like this do not affect me. I mean, it's nature and it's really not terribly affecting, but I just thought it was sad how that poor little rose was just trying to grow and be beautiful, and someone came along and just slaughtered it. It's just gone. So I don't know. but at least I was able to enjoy it for a moment. And it was cool to have found something that maybe no one but the groundskeeper knew even existed. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe, like, given the height of the shrub, maybe that was like the winter look, because it got severely cut down. So I'm thinking that might be, it just got its summer haircut, I guess. So anyways, I also think that maybe I get affected by this because I struggle to keep plants alive, and you guys know this. And so when you see something that's just nature went ahead and does its thing, and then people come along and slaughter it. And I don't think that rose bushes are evasive. So having been with Donnie now, I am learning more and more about evasive plants that can take over an area of property or the natural habitats that are there. And it's amazing how many plants actually do that. But I don't think that a rose bush is in that category or sucks up an enormous amount of water. And I also wonder because this facility has a beautiful fountain that I've always loved. And whenever I describe where I live, I'll say, do you know the fountain on Broadway? Everybody knows it. And I say, well, I live down that road. And so today, of all days, they also had the fountain running. So it's like, I don't know why the poor rose bush just couldn't exist. But, oh well. I got some good deals at Fry's. Steaks were $3.77. Actually, it wasn't steaks. It's roasts that are $3.77. But I always take them home and cut them into steaks. And I'm excited because, gosh, we eat a lot of beef. And I always want to have that on hand. And I think that's what I'll have today, actually, now that I think about it. So, yeah. Anyways, that was the start of my day. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to see what other crazy things are going to happen today. You never know. You just never know. So have a good one. Drink your water. And hopefully today doesn't get too hot in Tucson because, But I decided to run in the store early this morning because I don't want to have to be out in the heat. And I'm glad I did because there's nearly anybody at the store. And that's always helpful because I just don't like to park, like having trouble parking and then having to go all the way across the parking lot. I'm such a complainer today. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Most days it's like, whatever. But today it's just like my rose bush died. My little friend. And now I'm just crabby. Maybe I just need a cup of coffee and chill for a little bit. Had some videos to do from last night from the jam. It was amazing. If you don't know what a jam is, a jam, or what I like to do is a pro jam is my favorite versus just a jam. It's different from an open mic, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows what an open mic is. Then you have a jam that's a little bit higher tier, and a jam is when musicians from all over or wherever come together and they play together songs that they all know or can easily jump into playing. A pro jam is different in that these musicians are well versed. They don't need hardly any babysitting. You can just spit out, the drum beat and the note. The note, I guess that's what it's called. And they just jump in and start playing, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And the musicians that come to mine specifically, because there are several here in Tucson that have jams, open mics, and so forth. I believe that we're the only pro jam at Jeff's Pub, but they're quality people. That's what I love, is that they show up to have a good time, and they leave the ego shit at the door. They're not haughty. They're there to enjoy music. and to give to the community with their love of music. And it's so cool. There are times that I don't want to go because I'm so tired, but I'm so thankful when I do get there because music really does heal. For me personally, if I didn't have music, I would go crazy. And I know there's times where my life gets a little unbalanced because I'm so busy with social media. I'm so busy with maintaining an image, which is really just a kidney disease. Which sounds funny because it's not an image, but it is. It becomes your life. It's different. You're different from other people. And you always have to be aware of what we're doing all the time. And so that is something that I have to do, and it can become exhausting. And what I really love is when musicians start doing things that they're not comfortable doing, like a guitarist might start singing, the bass man might start playing guitar, the guy who was the harmonica guy might start playing guitar. It's amazing to watch these guys feel confident, to see them grow and develop and change musically, and that they're having a good time at it. And they're so accepting of other musicians. For example, I have a trumpet guy, IV, that shows up, and he's just great. And from the very beginning, everybody's like, hey, welcome, come on in. And that, to me, is beautiful. And that's why I continue to do the jams, even though sometimes I'm really exhausted. But I tell you, there's something about music that heals. So with that note, I think I'll go upstairs and put on some music, maybe do my dishes, get the day going, because I'm going to have to do my exchange here in a little bit. So, yeah. All right. Have a good day. See, I feel better already. Thank you guys for being there for me, because just being able to speak my truth is really helpful. So I appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.